Okay, so in this video I'm just going to go into a little bit more detail about transition signals, provide you with some examples too. This will help you for an upcoming class activity where we're going to kind of identify the transition signals in a paragraph. Okay, so what are transition signals? They are the words or phrases that connect two bits of information, and they strengthen the cohesion of your writing. So they act like bridges that connect parts of the writing so that it flows more smoothly. And they can also act like signposts, making it easier for the reader to follow your ideas. So in some sense you can think about it, the reader travelling along a road and they see these signs indicating to them where to go and which direction to take. Transition signals are doing that in your writing. So they make the relationship between sentences clear. They show, is this cause and effect, for example? And so in that sense, they're really fundamental to making your meaning clear, showing these relationship between these two points or ideas. And they are usually set off by a comma. So how many transition signals can you think of? At this moment, I'd like you to just stop, pause, and think about these words or phrases that you would use in your writing to link ideas together. Try and think of as many as you can first without looking at your class notes or without looking at any of the advice online of searching, but just can you imagine yourself of your own knowledge what a transition signal might be? How many can you come up with? So I would pause the recording at this point and try and write down yourself without looking at anything, as many as you can. Okay, so I think before I kind of start to mention the different types, I want to first say that there are many different transitions for different purposes, depending on what they want to do in the writing. So first here we've got transition signals that express an opposite idea. So some examples of this, and you might have come up with these ones: however, on the other hand, while, although. So these are really introducing an opposite or contrary idea. You might have some transition signals that conclude or sum up, and funnily enough, this might include things like in conclusion in some, but it also might be therefore, thus, hence, altogether, and finally. And transition signals to indicate sequence, and you probably have already seen these even in some of the examples we've looked at. This might be first, second, third, to begin, next, following this, and finally. You might also have some to express a similar idea. In addition, moreover, furthermore. You might want to add emphasis, and so that might be indeed, in fact, to introduce an example, for example, and to illustrate, or to narrow an argument, specifically in more detail. So hopefully that gives you an idea of just the breadth of transition signals and how common they are. And in this next exercise, I want you to think about the ways that the transition signal actually changes the meaning. So here we've got an example, and maybe just have a think when you're looking at this. What do you think you would first put in? What's your first choice? If you're here in person, I would be asking you to give me some examples. So we've got, it was raining, something, she went to the beach. Now, we might say that the first and the most kind of plausible is maybe however. It was raining, however, she went to the beach. And this, in some senses, because if it's raining, we don't really think we should be going to the beach. I mean, it's up to you, I guess, personally, what you fancy, right? But we wouldn't assume that if it's raining, someone would want to go to the beach. So that might be the most kind of plausible transition signal. It doesn't quite make sense if we say it was raining, therefore she went to the beach. Now we're almost assuming that this person likes to go to the beach when it's raining, where it's like we need a bit more information to explain why we have chosen this. It was raining because she went to the beach. Now it's starting to become fiction. This doesn't quite make sense unless she is some sort of like magical goddess figure who can control the rain, and when she goes to the beach it rains. Yes, so we're just starting to get fanciful. So you can see how the transition signals really change the meaning of this sentence. Okay, here's another example just for a bit of fun. The donkey refused to work. His odour was vexing. Let's have a play. We could say the donkey refused to work. Furthermore, his odour was vexing. Maybe the donkey refused to work because his odour was vexing. Well, that's very nice of him, isn't it? The donkey refused to work, therefore his odour was vexing. We might need a bit more elaboration on that one. So I hope you can see there that even those just simple transition signals you're really used to, however, therefore, because, really, or furthermore, really quite common in writing, but how it completely changes the meaning of the sentence, and how in these cases we would be expecting, in some cases we would be expecting some further elaboration. So they actually play quite a fundamental role in this logic and flow between points.